Hey homies, happy full moon in Capricorn. This is an intuitive full moon reading with the intention for it to be delivering the highest healing for the homie watching. So if you are on your healing journey and would like some clarity or confirmation, this reading could be for you. You're also welcome to just always receive what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. So it's kind of like collaging to what fits your healing journey, or throwing away what you don't want to be collaging with as well. So in saying that, I'm going to ask for a goddess to help support the collective with this healing message. What goddess is wanting to help the healing collective at this time, please, Spirit? All right, we got 2. Number 14, Atiti with worthiness. So the goddess declaration here is I matter. I matter. So you could be someone who has struggled with feeling like they're not good enough, low self-esteem, or like you're at a point in your life that you're noticing that you put yourself last, or self-sacrificing used to feel good and it doesn't feel good anymore. It actually feels like it feels like being lied to, you know, like that belief that the more I give, the more I receive, and you're coming into knowing actually the more I learn to receive, the more I will be able to receive, because it's actually a skill, being able to receive. So that feels like that's what Spirit's wanting to do. There's also a message of patience with yourself as you're coming through this transformation, because as you can see, there's a goddess here and she's got this whole plate with all these cups of tea and 2 vessels pouring into them, but it's not taking away, you know, like she's still worthy in her stance as she has her offerings out in front of her. She isn't exhausted and overwhelmed and regretting making social plans that she doesn't have the energy to follow up on. So remembering that you matter. You matter whether you made the plan, said yes to the plan, said no to the plan. This is definitely giving like coming into your sovereignty on another level. The other goddess here is number 2 with cosmic power, Mau and Lisa. Moon and sun, the duality of your needs. You may have been overcompensating in your feminine and being very giving in your intuition and your wisdom and your inner knowing and your spiritual abilities, if you utilize them in your mahi, or your just your wisdom, over giving in that sense. Or you could be overgiving, overcompensating in your masculine, over providing, self-sacrificing, making sure you're last on the list. Because feminine energy naturally, authentically makes sure that the feminine is at a point to give. It's the masculine energy that's coming through as the self-sacrificing. And whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter. You hold both energies. So your cosmic power is wanting to return to you now. I actually feel guided to look at the book for that card. Maybe there's a confirmation for someone in there. Bear with me. So the guidance is you are in the right place. Release the fear of your power. You are sacred. You are magic. Now that you know this, you can no longer pretend not to. Embodiment. Rise up into your magnificence. Love and accept yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than you are. Your real power has nothing to do with external gains. Cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force that birthed the sun and the moon. The declaration is, my power shines forth from within. So these energies are wanting to come into balance together to create and honor your cosmic power. Sorry, I keep shaking the thing. Or are you shaking something out with your cosmic power over there, eh, homie? Maybe you've got this inspiration, this inspired idea, and it's kind of like you've had to accept part of your power to create or hold space or bring the tray of tea, and then whatever energy you bring into having that cup of tea with people, there is a power to it. I kind of feel like, and only take this as if this resonates or if you're ready to hear it, but with these two cards coming out together, it's kind of like this message is, you're worthy, you matter, you are enough. And then this is like, my power shines forth from within. So the contrast here is that if you were in a space, or you slip into a space where you need reassurance about mattering, or, you know, you're worthy enough to live out your dream, or try this in your business, or host this in your friendship group or community group, you might feel a little bit like you could slip into needing reassurance that you matter, but then that's you not acknowledging your cosmic power. So I just feel like Spirit's trying to save you some time with the flow that you're trying to step into, so that that doesn't follow you into your creation space. But let's get some more cards on the table. What else is collective needing to know here, Spirit, please? With this message. I feel like they're saying some of you have been making some changes to your nourishment, whether that be what you're drinking or eating, and they're really happy with that. This is the things that you consume allow you to stay either high vibrational or tempt those low vibrational thoughts of not being worthy because you had a takeaway. You know what I mean? Like the energy of you creating yourself a nourishing meal helps fuel the temple to stay with the power that shines from within, versus eating in a low vibrational mindset of takeaways or whatever that can challenge your self-esteem. So I guess just protect your energy if you're gonna do that. Like, have power in making that choice, but know your limits in needing a certain level of nourishment, especially if you're working in energy. Holding space, working with people, their bodies, their minds, whatever the whatever is, okay? So that's a message coming through. So keep making those changes, drink the tea. They're really, really happy with that. And I think there's even like ancestors that want to help support the cravings of it, you know, like help ground you more before you eat, because there's a relationship here with the food. But is this where you're wanting me to go? Because we've got 3 cards that have come off 4. Pine Spirit Purification, number 30. Yeah, see, like this feels like the old, icing out the old and having the renewal of what you're choosing to harvest from what's on offer. And it's kind of like an old version of you may have, a younger version of you may have looked around this frozen forest and gone, what the fuck, what I wanted to buy isn't here. Where's the pine cones? Where's the green leaves? And then it's like the mature one within you, the wisdom that's wanting to step forward, is not necessarily like you have to walk into a store and want everything on the wall. You want to walk into a market and align to the purchase that you're there to align with. That might not be what you mentally thought it was, because that's not actually what you need. You just need the branch. You don't need the whole pine cone. I hope this makes sense. But it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe some of us even get a bit of a hit when we walk into a store and we see all the pretty materialistic things that are in there. Oh, I could buy anything and everything. But this purification energy is kind of like icing out that noise out of protection for your own energy, trying to go and attract all of this shit you don't need, and centering yourself into being guided. What do I actually need here? Because my power shines from within. My power is not in this wall of cards and crystals or clothes and makeup or cars and motorcycles. It's within me. So I don't need anything external to reassure me, because I am worthy, because I matter. So I feel like you're kind of taking blinders off into the way you connect with consumerism as well. We then have Pegasus with transcending, right? Rising above, getting a bit of a different perspective. And this card can come through, like it's come through before for someone of like an animal guide, but I feel like this energy is wanting me to say, these are your guides wanting to lift you up in their wings to see clearer, to see the truth, whatever that means. Foggy Bog, number 18, coming through with patience, and then Wizard of the Woods with focus, number 50. So as you transcend, the more you elevate, the more you can see. And depending on where you're at, and this is not to criticize you in any way, this is just a real talk, okay? You may have a lot of foggy bog when you go to look at the expansion, and that could manifest as feeling confused, feeling fear or like unease, or impatience might be an issue that you're experiencing at this time. So this is the invitation to land here and trust that you're being guided to see clearer. And maybe all you need to see at the moment is the fog. Okay, I'm in the fog. This is not a place to make decisions necessarily. This is a time to have patience and open your mind to understanding why that fog is there. And sometimes we don't need to fuck with the fog. We can leave it as it is, and open horizons to different areas. But I mean, focus is coming through. So you do have the power to move through the fog when you're ready, when you want the change that Spirit is offering. If you are sitting comfortable in your uncomfortability of normalcy and unhappiness, then staying in the bog might be more protection than it is to wade through it. But I'm going to trust that whoever's come across this reading is ready to dive deeper. And I don't mean deeper into the fog, I mean deeper into the reassurance that you matter, and so does the cosmic power within you. Okay? Alright, what else do these homies need to know? Security's coming through. To feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. Yeah, so it's coming under purification. Shit, I don't know where I left. So we've got security under purification. To feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. So this feels like that clearing of that consumerism, the lies we were told. That if we have all the things, then we are worthy to show our face in public. It's like there's a security in knowing the land you live on and having a relationship with it. Whether that's like once a week walking around the river or the lake or whatever body of water is available to you where you are. Or if not a body of water, a particular tree you like to go visit and say hi to. Because there's security in interacting with other things that are alive on this planet. There's a false security in gaining inanimate objects that aren't alive and sitting with them. That's not necessarily the security your energy is needing at this time. It's tempting. I fucking feel it. I've got things in my cart that I don't need to buy, but the energy of going online and going, ooh, you know, it's maybe that's the invitation I could take away too from this reading, is to then go and visit my own trees or my own energies and see if that shifts that desire, because it isn't accurate. There's always something to buy. And then on Pegasus transcending number 28, we have manifestation. Manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. Yeah, you're transcending mindsets that have been out of security, that have been placed into your blueprint. So what I'm meaning is that ancestors before you had to live a certain way. You're manifesting out of these mindsets that are limiting to where you're at as the living ancestor during these times. And they said that, didn't they? They said they want to help. They want to help with the breaking of the ties to either like the consumerism with material things or the food, buying the food. So literally, I feel like if you're watching this reading and you want to jump on that waka, it would be a very powerful time to manifest breaking ties to consuming on a low vibrational level, if that's how you see it. If you don't see it that way, there's no judgment here. But trust me, trust me, there's no judgment here with that. But I think it's something to be aware of, right? And why not? Foggy bog, patience. We have intuition. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you towards your light. Yeah. I think that's why it's so individual. It's like I could read this collectively, the foggy bog, but it's genuinely like I relate the foggy bog to amnesia. You know, like not remembering things, or remembering things like a certain way so you can deal with it, but it's not necessarily the truth. And then it's kind of like, say the foggy bog could represent a past relationship where you tolerated someone who would reinforce that you didn't matter. And you wanted to believe that that's not how they were tolerating you or treating you. So you just called them the grumpy one or whatever. But it actually landed emotionally in your body, the words they were saying and how they made you feel. So as you navigate the foggy bog, that might be what's confronting, is that you have to accept your truth about how you feel about how people treat you, friends, family. So this is what your intuition is here to help guide you into taking space or not taking space from energies that reinforce this idea that you're not worthy to be different, to be you, to bring your dreams through. So yeah, slow and steady with that one, whānau. Wizard of the Woods, number 50, and cycles. Out of chaos comes creation. Yeah, focus on how you operate, not how successful people before you have operated. Focus on that. How does your chaos bring creation? It's kind of like chaos to me could be like you start a project and then you get interrupted, and then coming back to the project, making sure you come back to it. All right. On Pine Spirit, purification, security, to feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature, we have the Four of Swords with just breathe. So Spirit is wanting you to focus on your breath, homie. And to me, this is about slowing down, and this is like her higher self. So it's like, this is the human that's believed what they've believed in their relationships, that maybe is wanting to look at like themselves as a mirror. Like, what do I truly believe? What does my higher self wisdom say about this? So if you were in like a cycle with a friend, and you know, there was this energy of kind of being low in your self-esteem together, and you just feel stink, and like you're trying to pick them up and then they don't really pick you up, and you just stay stuck. It might be time to take those insecurities and the low thoughts of self-esteem to a higher version of yourself. And my idea, and you can have your own idea about this, or Google it, or go find the definition by someone you connect with, is like the higher self is the version of you that's already lived this life, already gone through everything that the human's gonna go through. So they have the wisdom the human needs. And you genuinely have access to that, but for you at this time, you will receive more pure information from them if you are rested, if you are taking time out to breathe, if you're being kind to yourself and treating yourself like you do matter, and know that you want access to the cosmic power that is with you regardless. Okay? Then on transcending, Pegasus, manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. We have Seven of Wands, choose your battles. Now this card comes through for people who are really connected. So you could be really connected to the people you work with, your family system, your friend system. And there could be a lot of like, what do you call it? Like your hands in a lot of pots or whatever. So if you're needing, if part of this message resonates for you to take time to reconnect with you, you might have to be a bit unavailable in spaces you've always been available in, and that's not going to subtract from your worthiness or you mattering. It would actually be an action against self to leave you out and fight all the battles for everyone else first and then get to you. That would reinforce maybe the inner child or the mindsets of I don't matter, so I'm not even going to bother giving myself time. Do you think that manifestation will land with that energy, Whānau? No, there's no room to, because you're busy off doing everyone else's battle. So if you want the manifestation we talked about, transcending above, choose your battles. Then on the foggy bog, patience, intuition is the little tug that pulls you toward your light. We have the Four of Pentacles with open up. Open up your heart space, open up your heart space, because whatever is in the foggy bog, you can love your way through it for yourself. The foggy bog may actually be like, you know, the level of this game of life where you are challenged to open yourself up to love. Because I feel like right now, if the foggy bog lifted, this mind, this protector mind, would just bloody logic its way out of it, analyze it, be very detached, analytical, but it's the heart that needs to see what's behind the bog, Whānau. Okay, so open up. Four of Pentacles. This could be energy relating to scarcity or poverty. It's like maybe you've gone through a hard time. Shit was fucking hard. Sorry for all the swearing in this video, but this is why we're wanting you to open up to receive again, so that these lessons don't be repeated. And this card comes through, Whānau, because it's safe for you to open up. I'm not asking you to open up in a space that is unsafe just for more scarcity lessons to land. No, open up, choose your heart, expand. Now is the time. On focus, Wizard of the Woods and cycles, we have sacral chakra, number 2. So I feel like this is what Spirit's wanting you to focus on. And our sacral chakra is all about desire and passion and creation. So it's under, out of chaos comes creation. Please choose the medicine of creating what you're here to create, even if it's just for your own wall, even if it's for your mum's fridge. Get those crayons out. But it is also kind of like create with your desires. If you would love to live in nature with a lake and a tree and a swing and a chimney, draw it, play with it, design it, feels like the message here. Very, very potent energy to choose to create at this time. Very rebellious too, to choose to create out of chaos. 1 second. Okay, I've got 5% left on my phone, Whānau, so 5%. Let's clarify. We have new beginnings with the Fool coming on purification and just rest. The 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like you're resetting the way you walk the earth in honor of closing the door on what no longer serves from your foremothers or fathers, but carrying what does serve from them within you. Like the door's closed, you're the door now. You walk the world. You don't need to turn around to them. They are with you. The ones you need to be with you are with you. You hear them clearer when you rest, when you focus on what you need and your security versus what others need from your energy or your abilities. The 5 of Pentacles comes on the choose your battles. So this makes me feel that maybe this person that is trying to fight everyone else's battles is actually coming from quite an empathetic drive of having experienced lack, scarcity, or maybe someone not showing up for them in their corner. And this feels young, like you didn't have anyone when you needed someone, or maybe the person that did come and save you, you were very overly grateful for them and have been trying to make up for that for the rest of your life. But now you need you, and you get to receive you in the way that you give to others, and you need it. Please give this to yourself, my friend. Reach your hand inward to hold yourself. And in doing so, you can send love to those that are battling and hope, because they have their answers too. They need them. You need you. And maybe part of your manifestation is having like, what do you call it? Overflow, so that you can move into a new world where you get to give from overflow and not a continuous burnout or feeling unappreciated or feeling not worthy because you don't get recognized for what you bring because you're not asking for anything in return. But then you get the low vibration of feeling stink because it wasn't an even exchange, because sacred law, spiritual balance, doesn't make sense that you're not receiving what you give. And then on patience, intuition, and the 4 of Pentacles, we have the crown chakra. Beautiful. Yeah, your crown, your channel is clearing. The more you open your heart, the more your mind is expansive and your intuition can come to the party, and that foggy bog can be cleared step by step. This is like you hold the keys, you hold the answers to unlocking your heart. If you want help or need help or feel guided by your intuition to get help, this would be the space to get a one-on-one reading, or go get a Reiki, or get a massage, or go for a walk with a friend that is safe and knows you and can help, or a friend that you feel open-hearted around. Go for a walk with that person. But the internal understanding is that you are yours now. You're your project first. And you get to decide how you drive this healing hikoi. On Wizard of the Woods focus, out of chaos comes creation. In the sacral chakra, we have accelerated motion with the 8 of Wands. So people will want to talk about what you create. So as you create it, be present and enjoy what is flowing through you. But this is, people might have offerings for what you're creating at the moment. It's like giving wish fulfillment, and maybe part of your creations being part of your security here, because that's in this reading too. But they can't be part of your security if you don't treat them like they matter. They matter so much. Respect them. Respect the process of creation. Respect mistakes. Respect starting again. Do you understand? Okay. I'm going to leave the tarot there and get you guys an ending oracle. And yeah, I just hope this helped for whoever needed it, because you are a powerful creator, but powerful creators can get trapped in the monotony of showing up for other people and reinforcing low self-esteem, so that you don't have to accept your cosmic power, because it's a change, it's a shift to move from giving and then seeking reassurance and then crashing out, and then giving and then seeking reassurance and crashing out, to be like, my power comes from within. You got to learn how to stoke that fire, baby, okay? And it's an evolving fire, so it won't always need the same wood. Okay. Ending oracle here for the homies. Spirit. Oh, we got 2. First, we have number 30, reinventing heart. Get to know yourself anew. Did I kind of say that? Yeah, I did. And number 24, hungry heart. Awaken the true song of your heart. Okay, homies, I'm going to read number 30 because that was also the first number on the card. So 30. Hungry heart came through with like that consumerism. But if you are watching this and you want me to read it, I can do a separate video later on what the book says, but I'm just aware that I need to wrap us up so that this can be complete. But yeah, let me know if you'd like a video on the hungry heart, because we did touch on that. But here we go. Number 30, reinventing heart. Get to know yourself anew. Dear heart, you have gone through a period of stagnation and feeling flat. It is time to get out of your usual routine and any slump you have been in and become creative. You may have an opportunity to get to know yourself anew at this particular stage of life. Things are changing and it is time to reinvent yourself, which could mean looking within and meeting any aspects of yourself you have pushed away or disowned, or going on an adventure that involves self-discovery. It's time to let go of any old and dreary energy. Step out of your comfort zone and embrace your vibrant, delicious, surprising colors. Say yes to exploring any new and exciting ventures, as you will be delighted with the results. Wishing you and yours Much abundance and delight, homies, in this mahi. And full moon blessings to you. Accelerated motion. Stagnation station. We're off that. We're checking out of that. We're in reinventing, getting to know ourselves anew, and building with the ideas that I matter and my power shines forth from within. Ka pai? All right, I'll leave that with you, homies. Keep healing, and I'll see you out there.